Welcome back, as always, to comXone. I'm Charles. Today's part 2 of the sort of in-depth look at pickups that I got at the Shelf Life and CommunityWise Zine Party in November 2024. Our continuing coverage. It's going to be 3 parts of this. We've got another nice stack of zines to go through today. We're going to try to do a somewhat close look at each of these. Shelf Life Books and CommunityWise put on the Zine Party twice a year. I've been traditionally kind of doing the November one and then taking the break for the one they do in the spring in May. Couple of reasons. I think it's good to be able to swap some new, it's good not to do every single one of those. They want to have new people in there continually, so it's nice to kind of do it once a year. Then people, it doesn't become old hat. I might try and do twice the year, but I have a feeling that works best for everybody to do the once per year. So yeah, that took place. It's my favorite zine market that I do, for sure. It's my absolute favorite market that I do for that zine focused. So let's jump right into this. As always, if you like anything that you're seeing, information appears off to my side here. So Zine Party November 2024 is presented by Shelf Look and CommunityWise. If you're interested in what they're doing, check them out. The links you'll see over here are almost always for Instagram. As always, this happens live on Twitch and then lives on YouTube afterwards. So if you're watching on Twitch right now, thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being as great as always. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you could be doing this live on Twitch. We get people in the chat. We hang out. People say the stuff they like. They ask questions, all that kind of thing. Okay, let's crack into this. Our very first one that we're going to be showing, like I said, we've got a nice stack of zines here, but the first one we'll be talking about is from a local news outlet, actually, and as well as it's a local cartoonist who does work with a local news outlet called The Sprawl. So The Sprawl is a sort of hyper-focused local news outfit that is pretty great. I've been a subscriber and listener and reader of theirs for several years now, and they do hyper-focused stories that you just the kind of in-depth stuff you don't always get from other local news. So it's nice to be able to get these sort of in-depth things. One other thing they've done is they've been working with cartoonist Sam Hester for years and years. She's spectacular. She's very well known and very accomplished, and has been doing this really great set of zines that focus on as well things that you may not know about here in Calgary. It's been a long-running series. This is the 14th one in this series. This is the newest one on the Palliser Square Station, which is a train station downtown Calgary that I would say almost nobody in Calgary has ever set foot in. It's existed for years and years, but it's never been in use. So let's take a quick look at this. So as always, like I said, you can follow Sam's work and the Sprawl off to the side there. So Curious Calgary. I believe that Sam has done this one with her son, I believe is Alec, if I do remember correctly. This focuses on the train station. One of my cats just fell off the desk. That's what that sound was. You okay? Everybody okay? Hazel, you okay? She's okay. She's okay. Ash, she almost went off there too. Ash almost went off the desk. Hazel went off the desk. Hazel, she's hanging out. This is why this happens live on Twitch, folks. So this talks about an abandoned train station that is beneath our Calgary Tower. Says, guess what? There's an abandoned train station under the Calgary Tower. It's just sitting there, empty. The station and the tower built in 1969 on the site of CP, which is the Canadian Pacific Railway, or nowadays known as the Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railway, the largest railway in North America, for better or for worse. It's on the site of CP's previous station, a grand sandstone building that was built in 1907. I should look up some pictures of the old station. I've never really looked into that too much. Passenger trains used to run straight through Calgary. There is even a train wash west of the downtown to clean the windows of trains bound for the mountains. But air travel made trains less popular. When the station was built in 1969, it was designed to be converted into a cocktail bar, just in case CP ended up leaving the passenger train business. What happened, folks? We could have where's our cocktail bar? CP did leave, and Via Rail, which is a whole different beast, took over its passenger rail service in 1978. They used the station until 1990. And then after that, it was used by the Rocky Mountaineer tourist train. But since 2000, it's been out of use. You can still catch a glimpse of the station from various parkades on 9th Avenue, and the stairway lights still function. Cool. As you see here, the Sprawl. It is Curious Calgary is a zine project of the Sprawl, which publishes slow news so they call it slow news. I always call it like hyper focused local news. Slow news is something I know Jeremy, the editor of the Sprawl, the proprietor and editor of the Sprawl, he's been focusing more on becoming a slow news outlet. Although I'll tell you right now, I was giving him the gears at Zine Party because he doesn't slow down. He's trying to slow down. He doesn't slow down. That guy goes and goes and goes. And Sam, incredible work. Sam was actually another member of Panel 1, if you might remember from the previous few weeks here, talking about the Panel 1 artist's residency at Sparrow that I did the promotional video for. And then I had some of the pieces of my artwork in the pop-up shop and the gallery space. Sam was one of the artists in residency at the Sparrow Art Space through Panel 1 and did, I believe, a zine making workshop while that was happening in October of 2024. Pretty cool. Sam's always keeping busy and doing incredible work. Cool. That's a great one. I've got all of these since the first one. The nice thing is the Sprawl does push those out, and so I print these off on mine, fold it together, and I've got a whole set of these from 1 to 14, and I love them because if you remember from my work and with the ghost town stuff and things like that, this is right up my alley. It's history, it's local history, it's a lot of cool rail stuff is in there and transit stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, we're going to jump to our next one here. This is a set of 2 from Kādo Paper Co. They're called Is This a Rodent? We got 2 versions of them. Is This a Rodent? Burrower edition, and Is This a Rodent? Confusing Names edition. And I think these are spectacular. So, is this one a rodent? I accidentally just spoiled it. But is this a rodent, what you're seeing here? Looks like a mole of some type. No, it's not. It's a golden mole. Or known as Amiratalpa granti. Oh, I even rolled my R a little bit there. Can't help it. It's also known as a dune shark. Eats termites and swims in sand and has a hidden tail. So this is great. So Lily from Kādo Paper has done these great little sketches. And then does this look like a rodent to you? I'm gonna say no. I think this is. I think it's no. Let me know what you're guessing as well. No, it's not. It's a European mole, or Talpa europaea. It eats worms, tunnels extensively, and does have eyes and can see. It's not related to the golden mole. Is this one a rodent? I'm gonna say no. You still get the like spiky thing. For me, those spiky fingers means no. No, it's not. It's a marsupial. So I love this because it takes the zine and makes it so interactive. That's a marsupial mole or notorices. Typhlops. Has no ears. Has some eyes. Has a backwards pouch and is the only marsupial with a cloaca. Oh, okay. I wonder if it lays eggs as well. Is this one a rodent? I'm going to say that's a rodent. That looks like a muskrat to me almost. Yes, it is. It is a Cape Dune mole rat. It's the teeth. It's always the teeth. When they've got little claws and they got those teeth, that's a rodent. It's 35 centimeters long, eats grass and tubers, and has eaten my mole snakes and digs 500 kilograms of dirt per month. These are cute as hell. Okay, let's play these. These are confusing names. Yeah, they're all cuties. Galloway, they are all cuties. Especially in this set, there's some real cuties in here. It almost looks like a pika, but it's not. I don't think it is anyways. Is this one a rodent? It is. It's a kangaroo rat. Oh, you'll find them in Alberta and Saskatchewan, but they're endangered. They eat seeds, they live in burrows, and they can see in the dark. And they're very solitary. Now, is this one a rodent? I think I'm going to guess that this cutie is a rodent. Looking at that tail. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, so the previous one was the kangaroo rat, or Dipodomus ordi. This other one is a rat kangaroo, not to be confused with kangaroo rat. Hypsiperidbinon moscatus. He's a musky one, eats fruits, has 5 hind toes, and is a morning marsupial. Interesting. So we've got the kangaroo rat, the rat kangaroo. Oh, now oh my God, look at this one. We're getting closer to the pika. If there's an pika in here, I'm gonna be really sad. What about this one? I'm gonna say, oh boy, this is a tough one. It looks like a rat. The tail is different though. I'm gonna say this is a rodent. No, it's not. It's also marsupial, the jerboa, or a kiltar, an Antechinnomus laniger, a featherless biped. It's carnivorous, moves at almost 14k an hour, lives in Australia and is pouched. I should have known when I saw that tail. Now, is this one a rodent? No. I'm going to say no, but it probably is. Yes, it is. This is, okay, interesting. So this one, and this is why it says this is the confusing names edition. This one here is a marsupial jerboa. So it's not. It's a marsupial. But this one is a long-eared jerboa. And this one is a rodent from Mongolia. It's very little. Oh my God, this one's just like, remember the tribbles from Star Trek? This is like a tribble if you just pinned a tail and 2 big ears on it and a couple it's like if you took a shower loofah and you just put a couple of legs on it and a few accessories. Oh my God, it's so cute. He's very good at active listening. With those ears, I believe it. That's darn near the cutest thing I've ever read on this show. Kādo Paper Co. Very awesome and surprising stuff. This creator here is also, I've shown them previously on the channel. Lots of the people I've shown here. Like I said last week, the thing I love about Zine Party is I always get to meet some new people, but I get to catch up with some people that I might only see once a year. These folks, it's one of them. The previous one I showed from them was about their open letter they had done to the president or the provost of University of Calgary about their handling of protests about the genocide in Palestine. And then this time, you just never know what you're going to get from zine creators. This time, I get these two absolutely adorable zines. That's what I love about zines. It's what I love. We've got two pieces here. We had Sophie and Johnny at one table. Let's see if I can put both of their information up on the screen right now. So Sophie and Johnny both had some things there. First, what I picked up from Sophie is a great little one. Fans of Nintendo's handhelds might recognize what this one's talking about. It's called, oh yeah, voles. Yeah, Galloway voles are pretty cool. Ground squirrels. Now, Michelle and I were, the reason I really wanted to see a Pika in that one is Michelle and I were hiking up on Mount Edith Cavell in Jasper National Park. And we saw a Pika up in running around through the rocks at the top of that mountain, which was awesome. So this one you may recognize if you had a DS back in the day. I miss Street Pass, is what it's called. Felt like it went anywhere. It just lost popularity. Not everyone is taking their 3DS. Oh, sorry, it's the 3DS. I never did use Street Pass. I have a 2DS, so it's not quite the same. Not everyone was taking their 3DS with them virtually everywhere like they used to. Oh, it's so clever. And then it opens like the 3DS, like the clamshell. And maybe I'm yearning for a simpler time, or maybe it's something about an unknowing connection. This is awesome. What a great idea. A teeny tiny thing in common with a person around you. That little green light saying, come find me. That's cute as hell. That is so good. That is so good. The having it open up. Yeah, memories of Nintendo's handhelds from the DS onwards always need to be in this format. Need to flip open like the clamshell. That's very cute. Like I said, I had a 2DS, a slate style, so it's not quite the same for me, but this is perfect. Perfect. Absolute perfection. And I managed to trade for this smashing keychain from Johnny. So Johnny had these 3D printed, these great 3D printed keychains. How do I get, oh, there we go. There we go. This had very, very Charles energy, I felt that day. I said, I want that screaming purple one. It's capturing my entire life right now. It's awesome. I'm gonna put it on my keys, I think. Take it around with me. Or I might put it on, I don't know. I'm gonna put it on something. I want to put it on something where I can see it all the time and just know that I've got somebody screaming into the void with me. So nice work to Sophie and Johnny. The next one here is a very cool one called Ghost. Comes from Couch with Lamp. It's called Ghost. I gotta get right up on this thing to get that ghost. Are you haunting me? I love how gestural this one is. It's a very, like, this loose gestural style I always appreciate. It's like you're everywhere I go. It's a shame I can't talk to ghosts. It's a big feeling by Couch. Yeah, so Couch with Lamp. I think they had a whole schwack of different zines there. This one spoke to me. This is the one I traded for. I thought it was pretty darn cool. That was a new person I had just met for the first time at this recent zine party. We've only got 4 more creators. Like I said last time, I'm trying to do more focused, shorter episodes of these ones. The next one is from Rach. Rach is at Strictly Playful. I think Rach has been doing Zine Party as long as I've been doing it. The last few years. Seen them there, I think, just about every time I go. And it's called Where They Went. With beautiful, beautiful, like sketched style. Look at that. Look at that. Now, Rach, if you go back and look at previous episodes from previous zine parties, I've got stuff from Rach in there. A lot of these people you're going to see. I think the last one I had some of these very playful shapes. It was explorations of shapes like this as well. Something glistened. Oh, look at these. Look at the beautiful explorations. When I see, so Rach does a really good job with these. Previous ones I've seen that I've shown on here also had these like real like explorations of shape, texture, almost trying to figure out how to have, like it says here, something glisten, like working with something that has like a luminosity, like light, and rendering that. Beautiful, beautiful work. Some of this also reminds me of, it says, a glimpse, momentary possibility. That's so good. Pasternak, from when I was at the Winnipeg Comix Fest. There's a fellow there by the name of, his first name escapes me, but his last name is Pasternak. And some of this, exploring some similar things like this. I love in this one that it's like so that I can see that these are like pencil drawings, graphite drawings. And that's really, it is, you don't know how impossibly tough it is to render this kind of stuff with graphite. At least I find it impossibly hard. So I'm amazed when I look, especially when you look at this close and you see the work that's gone into this. Rach, holy cow. Holy cow. Very nice. Our next one was a new friend. Met at this year's zine party. Serena. And we've got, I believe, 3 pieces from them. Yes, we got 3 pieces from them. So Serena is the abstract aardvark. Beautiful card. Very cute. Really great drawing style. Like consistently really awesome drawing style. Start with Onion goes to the beach. Here's Onion. Onion goes to the beach. Onion always wanted to swim, but he never knew how. Would he drown, sink, float? Both? Nobody teaches onions these things. I love the colored lines for these. Maybe his friends would know how. They could help. The water wasn't scary with company, but still, he was unsure. Well, as they clasp hands. What if he was swept away? Huh? Oh, Onion can float. Yay. I love that. It's awesome. That's so awesome. Something that's been, I talked about last week, there's a lot of Pikmin stuff. People are into, I think this is another Pikmin bloom. Yes, so these kids today, hi Funny Buddy, good to see you. People are nuts for this Pikmin Bloom. I don't know. Have you folks been playing that? I don't know anything about it. I thought Pokemon Go was the big thing and Pokemon Arceus right now. But Pokemon Bloom or oh, this is Pikmin. Pikmin Bloom. Oh, that's where, see, that's my confusion, is I thought it was a Pokemon one. No, it's a Pikmin game. I've not even heard of Pikmin Bloom. Interesting. So Pikmin Bloom. People are all for it. Michelle really liked the first Pikmin game. I was terrible at it. Pikmin I have adopted. I didn't realize, see, I thought it was a Pokemon game, but no, it's a Pikmin game. Well, this makes more sense now. Look at these drawings. Just gorgeous. Really fine line work, too. Found at the shack, the freaky ball, an Easter egg Pikmin. See, the problem is they call them Pikmin. It's too close to Pokemon. I get it confused, especially when I saw that I kind of did a quick look at this. I was like, oh yeah, look at all these little creatures. And I confused them for Pokemon just because they had such, personality. I don't always think of Pikmin of having this much personality. I just think of the yellow, the blue, the red Pikmin, and that's it. Found beside the Bow River. So this is a Pokemon Go style game by the sounds of it. So you're out in the world looking for them. The boss monster, a Clover Pikmin. They've walked almost 2 million steps together. That's cool. That kind of tracking stuff, Nintendo does that stuff so well. Found near the Rocky Mountain Bagel Company, a baby Ciplet, a chef hat Pikmin. They've walked 270,000 steps together. Oh, I like this one. Found near Lake Minnewanka. You'll remember from yesterday's stream with the zine. I had a couple pictures when I was at Lake Minnewanka. This one is found there. A fishing lure Pikmin. They've walked 760,000 steps together. See, if I'd been there and if I'd known, I could have gotten myself a lake. Found on the side of the road. A laugh out lol. A sticker Pikmin, and they've walked almost 2 million steps together. Found near the Engine Bridge, which is in Canmore. Bugly, a stag beetle Pikmin, walked 1.4 million steps together. Yeah, I'll leave this covered just in case. I don't know what the privacy stuff is like on Pikmin Bloom. But Serena, that is cute as hell. I have learned so much from this. The color in this is so good too. And finally, Fin, my best friend. It's amazing how many of these zines and small publications I pick up at these shows. I'm like, boy, these go get yourself a book deal. Fin, this looks like something that should be some of these I'm like, you got a children's book there. You got a young adult or a children's fiction book right here. Fin, my best friend. Fin on Tio the Magic Planet is a 1996 virtual pet game from Fujitsu. You, the player, are a scientist on the planet named Tio, which is full of strange and unusual life. Your goal is to befriend this slightly elusive dolphin bird creature by talking to it and feeding it fruit, becoming its best friend. It's Fin. I've never heard of Fin. It's amazing. Fin would listen to you through a voice sensor on your computer and react to the tone of your voice. See, for me, my Fin was Seaman on the Dreamcast. That fish thing with the dude's head, that's the one I spoke to through and it recognized my voice. I raised him, set him free on an island. But Fin sounds a little bit similar. So Fin would listen to you through a voice sensor on your computer and react to the tone of your voice. He would be able to sense when you were in front of the screen as well. Kind of freaky, but awesome. Fujitsu also produced a Eurodance album with a Fin theme song, a spin-off rhythm game, a point-and-click storybook, an anime pilot, and more. Fin advertising efforts were crazy. Yeah. Oh, I see. So so that could sense where you were and also listen. It's like you see this stuff and suddenly things like the Microsoft Connect make more sense. You're like, oh yeah, they were doing stuff like this back on 90s computers. Now, Tio is not just any planet. It's full of life and boasts some of the best creature and world design I've ever seen in a game. Something about the world is so rich and not afraid to be weird. There's a full weather cycle, annual events such as a double lunar eclipse, rainbows, fireworks, and more. It's so in-depth for what seems to be a simple pet game. Yeah, that's beautiful. Got auroras and everything. There are 6 places to visit in the game. The Amel Forest, the Nest, the Limo Valley, the Subu Woods, Rem Riverbank, and the Secret Inlet. I really love Limo Valley because sometimes the plants play music. Snuffy resides there. Oh yeah, look at Snuffy, who is one of my favorite beasts. It's so lovely and chill on Tio, as long as you don't startle Fin, but if you hang around enough and get to know his routine, you might catch a sight of Fin's lovely wife around the nest. Her name is Finia, and she's such a gorgeous girl. Oh yeah, so when Serena described it as a dolphin bird creature, they weren't kidding. It's like a hummingbird mixed with a dolphin. Oh my gosh, and there's Fin Jr. Of course there's Fin Jr. If you stay in Tio long enough, they have a child in game called Fin Jr. Junior, get in here, Fin. Do they call him FFJ for short? You have to keep an eye on him, though, as he can eat poisonous berries and die. Keep an eye on the Skye by the nest, too, because Fin's evil rival, Minfly? G-Minfly? I'm not sure which. Loves eating babies. Fin Jr. is just a little freak, though. He looks so ridiculous with his big head. If you watch him over him well enough, he'll grow up and leave the nest. I love this. This setting is perfect, a perfect balance of complicated and open to interpretation. When I think about Fin's world, I think of a layered and nuanced ecosystem that I'd like to study forever. It reminds me of all the eternally layered systems within our own lives and nature that we coexist with. If we treat every little thing with care, it will, hopefully, do the same for us. I'm thankful to Fin for reminding me of this fact. Thank you, little guy. This is my favorite illustration in the book. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Enough of that. Let's talk about the 1997 single Fin, also known as Come and See 'Em, by 2-4-Fun. Never before has a song advertising a virtual pet game gone so crazy like this. How is Fin not more relevant with all these crazy beats? Oh, crazy beats, pardon me. Who knows? I'm putting you onto some deep cuts here, though. Not only this, the game has a really lovely soundtrack as well that boasts some peaceful tracks. Okay, after the show today, chat, we are looking up this song, Fin, Come and See 'Em. Thankfully, it seems that a small but dedicated fan circle has emerged around this game and unearthing all of the media amongst it. I never grew up playing Fin, but like many others, was simply drawn in by his mysterious allure. Fujitsu is long defunct, unfortunately, but the efforts of fans and otherwise have kept the memory of the game strong and even playable again. I love that when they're fan efforts to keep a game going. In the end, it's perfect as it is. Fin is awesome, and more people should know about this weird niche game that was almost lost to time. I hope you'll find a friend in him as well. I'll never forget you, little guy. Professional Fin with all the suits. Oh, that's adorable. So that's Serena and Fin. Friends forever. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Totally amazing. What a wild ride. We've got two more, folks. Next, we're talking about Skye. Skye is one of my favorite people to run into at these things. Skye and Bo, you'll remember Bobo T and Skye from lots of previous episodes. We're going to have some of Bobo T's stuff next week in part 3, but we're going to go through Tama. It says, wow, Tama. The coloring of this is just so gorgeous. This is by Skye. At Pine and Pigeon is where you can follow Skye's work. Beautiful stuff. I really recommend taking a look at Skye's stuff. And here we go. Like the 90s nostalgia. It's all of this stuff. I was a bit aged out of all of this kind of stuff. But boy, the 90s nostalgia is running large through the community, through the creator community. And it's a little bit beyond me. I never had a Tamagotchi, but I appreciate it and I love the aesthetic here. And the artistry that Skye has. Oh boy. And the charm, the little charm that she put on it, very reminiscent of the button. So if you might remember, I got the little black cat button from Skye that I bought for Michelle at a previous market. That was from Skye, and yeah. So yeah, is this a Gigapet or is it a Tamagotchi? I don't know. I take it's Tamagotchi because this one's called Tama. So I take it these are Tamagotchis. I don't know. Yeah, funny bunny, Gigapets. Is that like GoBots to the Transformers? Is Gigapet is like the side? Yeah, okay. From your reaction, I take it. That's maybe, I might have hit the nail on the head there. This is so soft and so, yeah, the camera's like, I don't know how to focus on this beautiful soft artwork, but I'm going to make it. Look at the beautiful halftone that's happening in there as well. Oh my gosh, Skye. This is so lush, so rich. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like you have to get this close to the artwork to really appreciate what's going on here. So I'm saying, folks, don't sleep on these artists. If you like what you're seeing, follow these folks. Skye is all of these folks today just blowing me away. Just insane stuff. Little strawberries on there. Strawberries. Beautiful. Look at this one. Oh yeah. The little details. And Skye knowing when to do it in white, doing knockout stuff. Ugh, so gorgeous. And I don't know if these are renderings of Skye's personal collection of Tamagotchis or if these are ones that she's researched. I don't know. It's just so good. Look at this beautiful detail, making it look almost like a bound book as well. Like, come on, folks. That's it's wow. It's wow for sure. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Our final one tonight, called The Lost Partner, and it's from Tucker. Like I said, this is the last one for tonight, but we've got a whole set of them for next week as well as we do part 3. The Lost Partner. Really cool effect going on here, almost like it's on linen paper or a canvas maybe almost. I can't tell if it's just like a moire pattern from the printing or if they've done it with a texture or what, but it's really quite effective. I think it looks really good. Sometimes you get some happy accidents, and sometimes you coax these happy accidents intentionally. And the thing that's so awesome about that is you never know, as someone who's just looking at afterwards, what the case is. But in any case, it's awesome. In any case, you get the enjoyment, the satisfaction, and the enjoyment of seeing, the kind of texture that's made here, the kind of look and kind of texture and kind of finish that it does. It's super cool. It's a poem by Badger Clark, illustrated by Tucker Littrell. Oh, I'm going to do my Western voice for this, folks. Get ready. I ride alone and I hate the boys I meet. Today, some way. Became Australian. Today, some way. Their laughing hurts me so. I hate the mockingbirds and the mesquite, and yet I liked them just a week ago. I hate the steady sun that glares and glares. The bird song makes me sore. I seem the only thing on earth that cares, 'cause I ain't here no more. 'Cause Al ain't here no more. I think it's Al, yeah. 'Twas just a stumbling hoss, a tangled spur. And when I raised him up, so limp and weak, one look before his eyes began to blur, and him so strong, and yet so quick he died. And year after year, when we had always trailed it side by side, he went and left me here. We loved each other in the way men do, more than any woman's kiss could be. We knowed, and the way was smooth or rough, the weather shine or pour. While I had him, the rest seemed good enough. But he ain't here no more. Wow. Thank you for reading. TuckerLittrell.card.co. I love it when people take poems and interpret them and make a narrative to it. That's a hell of a book. Like, that's powerful as hell. Yeah, The Lost Partner. That's a hell of a book right there. There's Tucker's card. See if I can get that to show. Nice card. Great illustration. Wow. So that's the set that we're going through tonight. Just to remind you of what we looked at. We looked at Tucker's book there. Skye. 3 pieces from Serena. 1 from Rach. Couch with lamp. We had Johnny and Sophie. Kādo Paper Company. And the Sprawl and Sam Hester. That's a hell of a spread right there. It's a good one. So join me next week for this, where we'll go through the final set of them. I think there's another 7 or 8 creators we'll be talking about next week. As always, I'm Charles. This happens live on Twitch with a chat, and then lives on YouTube. So if you watch this on Twitch, you can catch up on this and follow your favorite creators that you've seen off to my side here. If you found your new favorite artist for the month, follow them. Let them know that you like their work. It's one of the most gratifying things we can have. And as always, this lives on Twitch afterwards, or lives on YouTube afterwards. If you're watching on YouTube, I thank you so much. Thank you to all of the creators as well who might be catching up on this later. It's such a joy for me to be able to showcase your work. I appreciate you very much and your work that you do. What a great time I've had tonight. You could be catching this live on Twitch, though. Just saying. Thank you so much, everybody. Stick around, folks, on Twitch. We'll be doing some stuff after this. But for everyone else, thank you very much. Join me again. We do these not every single Wednesday night, but many Wednesday nights. And it's such a joy. See you on the next one.